Have you ever felt the weight of 12 long years pressing against your soul, Capricorn, as if the stars themselves conspired to test your resolve? What if the chains you've carried unseen, unspoken, yet heavier than stone, are about to shatter in May of Imagine standing at the edge of a cosmic precipice, where every step you've taken, every scar you've earned, converges into a single moment of truth. The world whispers that your struggles define you, but what if they were merely preparing you for a revelation so profound it rewrites your destiny? Baba Vanga, the seer who saw beyond the veil, knew this. The universe never burdens without purpose, and your purpose is about to ignite. They told you to endure, to climb the mountain alone, to trust that perseverance would be enough. But what if the mountain was never meant to break you, only to carve you into something unbreakable? For 12 years, you've walked through shadows, doubt, sacrifice, silent battles no one else could see. The world calls this fate, but Baba Vanga saw deeper. Fate is not a cage, but a chrysalis. In May of 2025, the stars aligned to crack that chrysalis wide open. Can you feel it? The tremor beneath your feet, the pulse of something ancient stirring within you. This is no ordinary moment, it's a cosmic reckoning, and you're standing at its heart. What if everything you thought you knew about your struggle was a lie? Not a cruel deception, but a necessary illusion to forge your spirit in fire. Baba Vanga's visions pierced the fog of the mundane. She saw Capricorn rising, not as a weary traveler, but as a force reborn. The end of 12 years isn't just a finish, then it's a threshold. What lies beyond? A truth so potent it could unravel the stories you've told yourself, the limits you've accepted. Every tear, every sleepless night, every choice that felt like surrender, they were threads in a tapestry you couldn't yet see. But now, the pattern emerges, and it's breathtaking. Do you dare to look, to step into May of 2025 with eyes wide open, knowing the universe has been whispering your name all along? Baba Vanga warned. The greatest truths are hidden in the moments we fear to face. Your struggles weren't random, they were a map, leading you to this exact point in time. What's waiting for you isn't just relief, but power, the kind that reshapes worlds, starting with your own. The stars don't lie, Capricorn, but they demand courage. Will you keep watching, or will you turn away just as the veil begins to lift? This is no coincidence. You're here, hearing these words, because the universe is done waiting. 12 years of battles have honed you, but the war isn't over, it's transforming. In May of 2025, the final piece of the puzzle falls into place, and Baba Vanga's vision becomes clear. Your story was never about surviving, but about becoming. What's coming will shake you, thrill you, and demand everything you've got. Stay with me, Capricorn, because missing even a single second of this revelation could mean missing who you were always meant to be. Have you ever stood in the silence of your own heart, Capricorn, and felt the weight of 12 years clawing at your spirit? Not the kind of weight you can name, but the kind that lingers like a shadow you can't outrun. What if those years weren't a punishment, but a forge hammering you, shaping you, burning away everything that wasn't you? Baba Vanga saw it in the mist of her visions. Your struggles were never random, but a constellation of trials leading to May of Can you feel the tremor of that moment now, whispering that something vast is about to break free? The world taught you to endure, but what if enduring was only the beginning of becoming? The stars don't lie, but they speak in riddles, don't they? For 12 years, you've climbed a mountain no one else could see, each step a battle, each breath a choice to keep going. They called it grit, but Baba Vanga called it alchemy. Every doubt that gnawed at you, every night you questioned your worth, every sacrifice that felt like a piece of your soul, they weren't losses, but offerings to a fire that's been burning inside you all along. What if the pain was never the point, but the path? In May of 2025, the veil thins, and the truth of your journey begins to glow. Do you dare to look at it, or will you turn away from the light you've earned? You've carried burdens you never spoke of, haven't you? The kind that sit heavy in your chest, that make you wonder if the universe forgot your name. But Baba Vanga's eyes saw beyond the fog. The universe never forgets. Capricorn, it carves. It carves you into something fierce, something unshakable, something that can stand at the edge of eternity and not flinch. The end of these 12 years isn't a finish line, it's a doorway. What's on the other side? Not answers. Not yet. But questions that burn brighter than the ones you've been asking. Questions that demand you stay, that you listen, that you feel the pulse of a truth you've always known but couldn't name. There's a crack in the story you've told yourself, isn't there? A fracture where the old beliefs about struggle, about worth, about you don't hold anymore. Baba Vanga's voice cuts through the noise. The greatest revelations come when the ground beneath you shakes. For 12 years, you've been walking a tightrope between who you were and who you're meant to be. May of 2025 is the moment the tightrope becomes a bridge. Can you hear the hum of it? The way the air feels heavier, charged with something you can't ignore. This isn't just a moment, it's a reckoning, and it's calling your name. You didn't come this far by accident. The stars don't align for those who wander aimlessly. Every choice, every tear, every time you stood up when you wanted to collapse it, was leading you here. Baba Vanga's visions weren't gentle, and neither is this truth. You are not who you were 12 years ago, and May of 2025 will show you who you've become. But transformation isn't soft, is it? It's raw, it's jagged, it's a fire that demands you step into it. What will you find when you do? A power you didn't know you had, a clarity that cuts through the chaos, a you that's been waiting all along. Do you feel the pull, Capricorn, deep in your bones? The kind that makes you want to lean closer, to hold your breath, to know what's next. For 12 years, the universe has been weaving a story with your name at its center, and Baba Vanga saw its climax. A moment in May of 2025, when the threads come together, not to bind you, but to set you free. What does freedom look like for you? Not the kind the world promises, but the kind that feels like fire in your veins, like a truth you can't unlearn. You're not just watching this, you're living it. Every word is a step closer to the edge of that moment. There's a voice inside you, isn't there? Quiet, but persistent, whispering that you've always known this was coming. Baba Vanga's sight reached beyond time, and she saw you here, now, at the cusp of something monumental. The struggles of 12 years weren't chains, they were keys, unlocking a door you didn't know you were approaching. May of 2025 isn't just a date, it's a mirror. What will you see when you look into it? The weight of your past, yes, but also the strength it forged. The doubts, but also the fire they couldn't extinguish. This is no ordinary turning point, it's a rebirth, and you're already halfway there. The world moves fast, but the stars move deeper, don't they? They've been watching you, Capricorn, through every storm, every silent victory, every moment you thought you were alone. Baba Vanga's words echo like a pulse. Nothing is wasted, nothing is lost. The 12 years you've carried are not a burden to shed, but a crown to claim. In May of 2025, the universe hands you the scepter, but only if you're ready to wield it. What does it mean to wield your own power? To step out of the shadows you've grown used to? The answers are coming, but they're not free. They demand your attention, your courage, your heart. The stars have spoken, Capricorn, and their echo lingers in the hollow of your chest. 12 years of trials, of silent forging, of carrying a weight you thought was yours. Alone have led you to this precipice, where May of 2025 waits like a dawn that burns away the mist. Baba Vanga's sight was never about endings, but unveilings. The struggles you bore were not chains, but roots, anchoring you to a truth that now rises to meet you. Can you feel it stirring, that quiet certainty that you were never lost, only preparing? The universe doesn't close doors, it opens skies, and you're standing beneath one that's infinite. What does it mean to step into your own light, to claim the fire that 12 years kindled within you? Not the fleeting glow of triumph, but the deep, unshakable radiance of knowing who you are. Baba Vanga saw you here, at the edge of a revelation, where every scar becomes a star in your constellation. The doubts, the battles, the nights you whispered to the dark, they weren't your undoing, but your making. In May of 2025, the mirror of the cosmos turns toward you. What will you see? Not just the warrior who survived, but the soul who was always meant to soar. There's a rhythm to your story, isn't there? A pulse that beats beneath the chaos, tying every moment of pain to this moment of possibility. Baba Vanga's visions were woven with this truth. Nothing is wasted, not a single step, not a single tear. The 12 years you walked were a spiral, not a circle, drawing you closer to the center of yourself. May of 2025 is no mere détente, the heartbeat of your becoming, the moment the universe whispers. Now, will you listen? Will you let that whisper grow into a roar that reshapes everything you thought you knew? And yet, the greatest truths are the ones we carry in silence, aren't they? The ones that hum in the spaces between words, in the pause before you dare to dream again. Baba Vanga left us this. A single spark can ignite an eternity. Your spark lies in May of 2025, waiting to set fire to the limits you've outgrown. You are not just a survivor of 12 years. You are their masterpiece, sculpted by time, tempered by loss, and polished by courage. This is your invitation to rise, to become the one the stars have been waiting for. Hold this truth close. You were never meant to merely endure, but to burn bright enough to light the way. So, Capricorn, what will you do with this moment? The universe has laid its cards before you, and the next move is yours. Let this truth ripple through you. Share it, speak it, carry it into the world. Like this video, if it stirred something within you, comment with the fire it sparked. Share it with those who need to hear it, and subscribe to walk this journey with us. Not because you must, but because you feel it. You're part of something greater, something that began 12 years ago and blooms in May of 2020. Step forward, because the stars are watching and they know your name.